Hello, Tony. How you doing? Can you hear me all right? Hello there. Can anybody hear me? Hello, T-Dog. How are you? Arnold, how you doing? Thank you. Hello, Estee Norman and Norman. How are you? Great, Tony. Bruce, how you doing? Let a few people get in now before we start the conversation. Good evening, Harry. Good evening, John. How you doing? Stuart, how you going? Yes, red theme, Tony. I've done a wee bit of Rit dyeing today, so I thought I would show it off. I'd all I'd ever done before was blue. Hello, Glock. How you doing? While we're coming in now, do you remember 2 weeks ago there was a boy won the wee prize that we had, and his name was John, I believe, and he was actually from England, but I've lost all track of him. I have no address. I went to post a letter, and I can't find anything of him. I tried looking on YouTube for him. Did anybody know him? His on his um, picture that came up on the screen, there was a Union Jack over something. I can remember that, but that's about it. But I'd never heard of him before. I spoke to him and I said I was going to send him an eyes, and they're boxed behind me here. I went to send them this week with the rest of my stuff, but I've really lost him. So if anybody sees him, come on, give me a shout so that I can let him get his address off and so I can post them to him. Doo-doo-doo. Anybody getting new knives this week? That's maybe some of the other songs. Yeah. Hello there, Gur Gurgly, Jurley from Hungary. You're very, very welcome. I don't recognize the name, but you're more than welcome on the channel. Nadeem, how you doing? A Gail Bradley. I've never handled one of them, um, but everybody says they're a marvelous knife. Was your fit and finish good on them? Turned down a few, Tony. Now, that's not good. I'll have to say I've been quite a good boy myself this week. I haven't ordered any. I think I've ordered one wee cheapie, and that's about it. Hello, crazy knife freak. How the devil are you? Happy Mother's Day. No, that's you're in America, obviously. Yes, no, we have a different day for Mother's Day. It's already passed now, a couple of weeks ago. But happy Mother's Day to all those American mothers today. Kiwi kitchen knives. Oh, yeah, that counts. Yeah, knives is knives. You probably use the kitchen knives more than you use your EDC knives. I want a SOG Vision Arc. My goodness, that's good. Happy Mother's Day in Denmark. Tangram Vector. Yes, I've got one of those. Lovely little knife. You bought some wood for your knife builds. Oh, are you building a knife? Are you doing your own handles? Everybody's winning stuff. I have don't think have I won. Yes, sorry. I'm just going to take that back. I won the sharpening stones off Jeff Jewell, which are amazing. I'm going to do another video today this week with them. Civivi backlash again. It's one of the ones I haven't got. I have them built. Wood for your knife builds. The knives are built. You just got to put the handles on them. I am Irish, Tony. 64 Jake is no, I'm waiting on my Michael May custom. He's done me a custom penknife in blue jean micarta. I just cannot wait. They call them custom knives. All right. No idea, Tony. I am a bit backward. I started late. Um, yes, thank you. I had forgotten just how, well, that's a lie, not forgotten. This was one of the knives that I had not bought of Ganzo or not got off when I used to get stuff off GearBest. I'd not never got one of these, and I think it's supposed to be a copy of the Endura. It's a big, big knife. Let me just tell you what size it is. It is just under 8.5 inches long. So it's a fairly good sized knife. The blade length is, the cutting edge is 3.5 inches. So it's big for me, but I got it because I just fancied the look of it. It's not an Enduro, obviously. It's got G10 scales. It's got a different locking system, but oh, it's a lovely knife in hand, and it really is too big for me for EDC use. But I took the clip off it. You see, just for a work knife, it is absolutely beautiful in hand, and it's sort of making me. I don't want to get an Endura because I have a Delica and it's just a bigger version, but it's making me think about the military and how comfortable it would be to hold. But is it going to be that much more comfortable than a paramilitary too? I don't know. At the minute now, before I buy knives, I try to think what I've got, what I haven't got, and sort of be a bit more methodical rather than just buying them. But it really is beautiful in the hand. Absolutely no hot spots whatsoever. And with the obviously with the Spyderco hump here, it is just so safe if you want to do a bit of poking. But a lovely knife. So I writ dyed it today, and I have to say I'm really happy with the result. Although I did run off this screw here, so to be honest, I just left the scale on the back of this on it. Took everything else out. Didn't try that. Well, I tried to heat it a wee bit with a lighter. It didn't work, so I just shoved everything into the pot. But it came out really, really well. It looks more maroonish in real life. There's the maroon. There's the 78 pattern GEC. Yeah, it looks sort of maroonish, but very, very nice. I like that. I got the red writ dye, so I'm going to do some other knives in red writ dye. This was my theme. I go through, I don't know whether, I was speaking to somebody during the week, and he was going through a red period as well. I go through a little period where I buy colours. You know, I like, at some stage you just like all blue. I've got a new light here, and I'm trying to get, is the picture okay? Is that better there? Yeah, I've got one of these new lights. I think it's 120 LEDs, and I'm using it now for filming. Yes, so as I was saying, red. I've got a thing for red knives at the minute. This last lot of weeks I've bought just red knives to add to my collection, and I really quite like them. The PM2 is a big knife, you know, it really is a big knife. And when I put this I would say is bigger than the PM2. Yeah, ever so slightly. What's a PM2? About 8.25. And I think this is about 8.5, just under 8.5. So it is just a wee bit bigger. But the writ dye just gives it really is lovely. That was the camo version. So it's not probably a true colour, but because it was camo, you get that dark red and the light red through it, which I think is lovely. Now, hang on, catch some of this feed here. Does anybody else go through the stage where they collect coloured knives? Or is it just my madness? Now, come on now, boys, you're very, very shy. Has anybody got any particular topic they would like to talk about tonight, or anything that's happened during the week they'd like to discuss? Sorry, Nadine. Sorry, cheerio, mate. Hopefully next week. What's the guy red and a red bone case? Nope, here we go. I like blue case knives. Yeah, I like blue. I haven't got any other. We have got I've got a blue case, haven't I? Yes. Where's my blue case? Where is my blue case? Oh, it's in my other pouch. I haven't got it here. I've got this blue denim micarta coming this week, and I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, Tony, you're very much into the just the titanium, aren't you? Some color. John's the same. He's not really a color person either. I've already just got my first Ganzo and it's great. Not perfect, but great. Yeah, I mean, they come at that price. Sometimes they come good. Most of the times they're genuinely good. I mean, I can say that because I have got, it's funny, I counted up last week. I have over 20 Ganzos still after giving so many away. GE does stunning colours on their camel. But yeah, I mean, this is just beautiful. It really is. This is the elderberry. Absolutely beautiful. Wood, I haven't got many wood. I have a few wood knives. What have I got in wood? I've got a couple of cheaper type. That's a little wooden knife. I think that's an HX Outdoors, isn't it? I think that's what it is. Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful little knife they make. Um, Stunning little knife, and the wood is lovely on it. Now I have to say, lovely on it. And what else have I got? Wood wise, I have a lovely wooden. Oh gosh, I've so many bags about me. This though, I don't know whether you've seen it this week. Hi Paddy. Hello Sticks, how you doing? Sword Peasant, lovely knife. This is the Michael Mays one that I got, and the wood on it is absolutely beautiful. And it's starting to patina now. It's so much darker than the first pictures I took of it. I was putting pictures up on Instagram this week. An £8 inlet. Anybody got any experience with greenthorn knives? No, it's not something I've ever bought, to be honest with you. Ancient bog oak, yes. Ancient bog oak I really fancy, because another joke that used to be called, I was in the Navy here, if you were from Ireland, you were called a boggy. And that's because there's a lot of bogs over here for peat. And there was an old nickname, boggies. So you would have been called a boggy. Now, it was probably more slang than it was a jokey name. I didn't like it, but other people did. But I sort of quite fancy it for that reason alone. John on your other account. Oh, I'm John. Sticks, was it you that won the wee prize 2 weeks ago? STX there. Oh, I could not find your address. I've wiped it. I don't know what I've done with it. Would you mind resending me your address again, please? I've got you. I'll just go and show it to you. I just want you to see. That's your box you'll be getting. I had it packed up and all. I think it was my name's in the back of it. Um, but I packed up and all to send it to you during the week. And I went to get your address and I could not find it. So if you would you send me your address again, and I'll post that tomorrow. Send it on Instagram. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry for that. It's my fault. I just lost it. And then I tried to find you, and all I could think was there was a Union Jack in front of it. But I couldn't find it. Sorry, my fault. You probably told me that, and I'm old and I just forget things. Some cigar copies. They're perfect bills, John. Yeah, Jonas has bought quite a few knives off, or not Gearbest, the other one, AliExpress, and they're the replica ones, and they are just of such a high quality, amazing quality. And if you can't afford the really expensive jobs, well, I suppose I'm naughty saying that, but I just don't mind. I just think if you can't afford it, just do it. Well, STX, John, why don't you start a channel? We'll give you all the help you can, and especially with the Sunday night crowd here. You've got about 30 people every week coming on Sunday who'll give you a sub to get you started. And that's all you need. All you need is, all I've got is a phone and a wee light, and that's what I do all my videoing on. A wee phone and a light. I'm just trying to get this light the right. That looks better now, doesn't it? Yeah, just really get started. Just do it on your YouTube on your phone. That's where I do all mine. Until you get 1,000 subs, you can't get any monetary or anything for it. But up until 1,000 subs, oh, I'm just saying that you can't anymore. You have to do it on a computer. Dash, I forgot about that. YouTube just changed the laws that says, but you can do it on your phone. Hello, Slick Slicers. How are you? I'm not particularly technical. STX there up the, is on there, and he's thinking about starting a channel. Well, I'm getting him to think about starting a channel, and he can only do it on his computer now because I think up until 1,000 subs, you're not allowed to use your phone anymore. Once you get to 1,000 subs, you can use your phone. I don't know the sense in that, but if anybody's got any help for him, because I am technically stupid, without a doubt. So yes, this is my little collection of red knives I'm building up. They got me two black cherry, but aren't they just gorgeous, them black cherry bone? They really. Hello, JCB67. How you doing? I've just live streaming that needs 1,000 subs. Yes, yeah, that live streaming thing is just nonsense. Why they do that, I don't know. Yes, this black cherry bone is an absolutely beautiful knife. Absolutely love it. And I'd done a cut test with this, and because I'd never tested this steel, so I actually used I think I used the spay blade, and I'd done a cut test. It's on the channel there if you get back, and I cut 100 cuts in cardboard boxes, and this was still able to slice telephone paper after 100 cuts in cardboard. So anybody that says that Rough Riders are rubbish and they can't do work, this can do work. Don't forget blade geometry and all. For what we normally do is boxes. We don't normally slice telephone paper to get it nice and smooth. We're cutting something, and this will cut after 100. I could have went on. There's no doubt about it. I could have gone on. But for me, 100 cuts was enough to prove that I could use this as an EDC. If I do 100 cuts in a day, for goodness sake, that's big for me. And what did I do this week? I've done the wee review on this one this week. Still absolutely in love with this. That burlap micarta is just gorgeous. I don't even think I called that in the review. I'm a bit thick. But yes, I love this knife. Absolutely love it. Boker slip joint. What sort of a Boker slip joint are you waiting on? I have a couple of Bokers, I have to say. I have a lovely Boker slip joint here. In fact, I have two here. I have two lovely. This one here is was a limited edition. This one. This is the housing, the Boker housing. Now I just put this wee thumb stud on it because I can now open it one-handed, which is very, very handy because it's quite positive catch on it. Still need to do it two-handed nearly to close it. But yes, that is a beautiful knife. Rhino, too much preference. Sorry, Rhino. Sorry, mate. I hope it's not my end. It seems to be pretty clear, my end. And I have this wee Boker. Another little beautifully well made. Beautiful half stops on it. The walk and talk is lovely on this. Beautiful little knife. It is a real lovely little Boker. I love this, but I have to say I have a real soft spot for this. Really nice knife too. Really great tension, and with Boker you're getting 440C, which I think is great for a slip joint. It's a marvellous steel for a slip joint. Hello there, Justin. How are you over at Blue Collar Survival? Nice to see you. Ow. Still sharp. I got this. It really is nice. Oh, it's the acid wash. I liked the acid wash. I thought it was lovely on it. You've just got a big supply of stuff in, haven't you? I'm looking forward to seeing some reviews this week. And how's Mr. Blue Collar Survival? Congratulations on your 1,000 subs, or it was 1,500 maybe. Sales guy, yeah, sales guy is just so funny. Yeah, I like both, Eric. I like Shiny Hand. I like it, but I love it when they do a good job on the distressed look, as I would call it. Yes, Justin's doing a giveaway at the minute. I don't know whether I should say it because I'm sure he just doesn't want. But if you go over to his channel and sub him and follow the rules, he is giving away an amazing prize. So please pop over to Blue Collar Survival. It's Justin has just changed, and he's doing like a skit for his videos, and he has created this bloke called Sales Guy. Well, I literally just, there's little bits of pee come out most time I watch it. It's really good fun. Giveaways going on till Friday. Oh, there you go, folks. Get over there and join in. Yes, your actual giveaway video is very good. Your singing voice is marvelous. I've watched Justin for ever such a long time since he came around, and the difference in his channel now is just so lovely to watch. So lovely to watch somebody getting the confidence to do a channel, because we're all scared when we start. Well, not all, but most of us are. Do you need another email address to create another YouTube channel? No, I've only got one email address. Oh, I'm saying that. I've one on my computer. Okay, I don't know. Don't ask me technical questions. I'm liable to make up an answer. What's that old knife you have there? What's the old knife you have that is still good in modern standards? What old knife have I got? There's a good question. Great question. What old knife have I got? That is probably one of the best knives you'll ever buy. Now, I've modded mine. I've put a little finger pull here. But, I mean, everybody's nearly seen these now. The Open L, it's a wee lock here. All you do is just slide that round and your life is locked. I have had this for donkey's years. Mine's a number 6. I just put this wee notch in it there the other week, just because it makes it easier just to pinch out. There is a nail nick on the other side there, but it sits just above the wood, so I'll just put that in just to give me a wee finger pull. But look at the thinness of that blade. You talk about these knives that are coming about and they're doing all these tests for slicing knives. You're not going to beat this Open L. You're not going to beat this Open L. It costs about £8, and it's a marvellous knife. Very ergonomic handle, really fits the hand lovely. This was an old French peasant knife, and still is called a French peasant knife. That's where they're made. You can get the Carbone, that's the carbon one, and you can get stainless steel. I used to use this when I was bushcraft, and I used to strike ferro rods on the back of her. She was my steak knife. She was everything. She'd done everything for me. I would never get rid of this knife. Look, you can see where I've only just done that to get the pull, but I would never get rid of this knife. And also, he says, here's a really old knife as well, which is this Ford peasant knife, and this is from New Zealand. Again, I think this is about $20. It's just a friction knife. The metal just jams in between the plastic. You can tighten it up with these screws, and then you just hold it, and your thumb forms the... Now, in saying that, mine came with a horrendous grind on it, which is not uncommon. Glass boggin. I had this out the other day playing it, but I reprofiled it, and now I have an absolute slicer on it. It is gorgeous. But they're a rough sort of a knife, do you know what I mean? That kind of like going to count as legal? Yes, it does. This is totally legal in the UK. This is a friction folder. It's only friction that holds it in, and your thumb on the top. There is no other locking device on it. But it's a really gorgeous knife, I have to say. Again, I've had this for, well, a couple of years now, but I just can't get rid of it because it's just a good knife. Great question, though. Great question. Oh, put it away. Any other? Have you seen a barrel knife? I've got one from the 1800s. No, I haven't. Project Next. Please put it on your channel. I would love to see that. Do they make a machete version of this knife or the barrel knife? Hello, Robert. Was that Robert? Yes. Hello, Robert. How you doing? Knife chats with Tobias. Hello, Tobias. How are you? Yeah, honestly, it's a real goodbye. Hello, Steve Kluver. How are you, sir? Nice to see you here. I've only been searched by the police once. Well, in Northern Ireland for years, we were searched every day, every shop you went into, but that's stopped now this last 20 years, which is great. And to be honest with you, I think a lot goes with age as well, with my age. I don't do anything to get stopped anymore, sadly. Do you know what I mean? You just so I just carry basically what I want. Now that's legally not the position. Legally, I only carry friction folding knives, and I wouldn't break the law. And I never, ever, ever, ever tell wee fibs. The barrel knife is similar to the open L. Oh, I see. But I would love to see it on your channel just to see what it's like. Have I seen one? No, I don't think I have seen one. I don't think there's the Big Bear one they have with a different sort of locking mechanism. I keep saying I'm going to get one, and I keep putting it in my cart, and I keep not getting it. But I think the Open L is just so easy to use. They do something with all these old leftover barrels. Is this in a gun barrel or just a wine barrel? No, this one is New Zealand. I believe it's a New Zealand knife. That's where this one came from. I'm sure the Schword. Now I could be wrong. If you're from there and I've got it wrong, I apologise. But I always was under the impression it was New Zealand. Hey David, wine, pickles, and beer. The French have it covered, haven't they? They've got it covered. Pat, how you doing? Cold Steel used to make a big twist lock knife, which they still big twist lock knife. Drew, hello, how you doing? Um, I don't know that one either. I've only just got into Cold Steel, and it was all started. Stasa sent me this. Oh gosh, about a year and a half ago, and it was the only Cold Steel I had for ages because it was just a great knife. And I like to go out in the woods. Now, to be honest, I haven't been out with this yet. That's just a shame. But this year I do plan to get back out again. I've actually started getting ready for it. Um, and this is just a gorgeous knife, the Thin Wolf. So then I also was really generously gifted by Kurt, who does the blade checks for us, or the steel checks. He gifted me this Cold Steel Code 4, and boy is this, again, I'm not a big knife sort of a person, but there's some big knives you just have to like. They're just beautiful. What time is it there, Paddy? It is just coming up to 9:30. I carry a Leatherman. Yes, I have a beautifully, it's a really old, it's one of the first locking Leathermans, which was, again, in the very beginning of my channel, a bloke from I think he was from here, actually gave it to me. But look at this. This had been his father's Leatherman, a Leatherman Pulse, where everything locks on it. And it's in mint condition. Well, it's not so much mint now because I use this probably on a daily basis. Love it. Hello, Corolla, how are you? These knives. Hello there, how you doing? Gotta run Mother's Day. Cheerio, Justin. Thank you so much for stopping by, mate. Appreciate it. And congratulations again. Code 4. Do you want to know something? I think it must be, but it's just so good. And that size of knife, when you slip it into your pocket, you don't actually feel it because it's so thin. So thin. Yeah, it is. It's not Mother's Day in the UK. No, 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 it's not. Ours was a couple of weeks ago. You missed it. Aye. Paddy, is Mother's Day just a phenomenon? No, no, we have Mother's Day here. We just have it. I think it's always earlier over here. And we had it a few weeks ago there. Because all the kids were just really getting rid of the flowers now. All the kids had bought Sally flowers. Blade Banter's in. I missed him. Hello, Blade Banter. How are you? By gosh, you've done some work on them steels. Congratulations and well done. You deserve a real pat in the back. I was looking at the list on what our event team. Any recommended sharpener from GearBest? To To be honest, I just done that one that they've got. I can't recommend it because I couldn't work it. Um, just I couldn't get it consistent. I could get a sharp edge, but I couldn't get it consistently, and I ended up on one knife burning it. Um, I burnt one knife. I'll bring it out next week. I'll show you. It's in a drawer underneath here. But I'll bring it out next week. I'll show you. I must have took about 3 millimeters off the knife before I realised I'd done it. I had turned the speed up too hard. But I mean, it works, and it's not that the thing didn't work. It did work, but I just didn't get along with it. I'd rather freehand sharpen, or if I'm going to do heavier work, use my Lansky to get that a good bevel. I wasn't able to do it, so it's my fault and not the machine. It done everything it said it was going to do. I just couldn't seem to get the right angle, and I didn't like those pull through. I find it very hit and miss sometimes at where it hit and where it didn't. So for me, it just wasn't. But like there was Doc P on today. I was talking to him, and he loves his. He swears by it, and there's lots of people out there do, and that's fair play. But do you know what I mean? You know when when you take on the responsibility of reviewing something, if something's really bad, I don't put it on the channel because I don't want to have a channel where I'm running companies down. That's not what I'm here for. My here is to say, look, here's a knife I've got. I think it's good. But and that was a bit of equipment that Gearbest kindly gave me. It's about 60 quid's worth. To me, that's a lot of money. So I was very pleased to use it, but I couldn't give it Paddy seal of approval because I just couldn't get it to work. I know the middle knife is a Ganzo. Yes, the middle knife is a Ganzo. It's the G732. I'm going to do a review on it this week. It's a new Ganzo. It's an old Ganzo, but it's a new one to me. Um, and it is absolutely lovely. Really, it's a 3.5 inch cutting blade on it. It's a big knife, and again, it's like a Code 4. There's some knives just you put in your hand, and the size becomes irrelevant because they just feel as if they can do work. The Code 4 is very much like that. This I just writ dyed today, which is why I get into the red theme. I got some of the red writ dye. I've been doing all blue, so it was nice just to do a change. But it's such an arrogant. It's the copy of an Endura, I think. So beautiful big handle, beautiful work knife. It's an old Ganzo, but it's the 440C that Ganzo do well. Really highly recommend it. But I'll do a review this week for those who haven't seen it. Do you have a favourite knife? These knives, yes. Look, being a first timer, keep asking. It just keeps it going. Yes, I do have a favourite knife, and but favourite knife, my Grail knife has always been. Where is she, my little baby? Oh, my Grail knife was always this, which the Benchmade 940. And I was very fortunate to get that early on. I didn't have to wait. It's still my Grail knife. You know, this is the knife that I love. I'll go to every time. But I bought this one myself when I got money from my father. If you've heard this before, I'm sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. This is the Hinderer Slippy, and I just love it. It is an absolutely amazing knife. Far too expensive, but beautiful. So that's probably, to be honest, my favourite knife in a folding. Well, that's a slip joint, so I can use that here. You know, it's ridiculous. I can use that here, but I can't use this here. It's not just stupid, because one's locking and one isn't. It's just ridiculous. My screen just gleamed when you pulled out the 940. Yes, my 940 is beautiful. I just love it. I just truly love it. And funny enough, I've never had another Grail knife since that. It's never, you know, sorry. Now, I've had knives that I want, like that one is a want, but I've never had that feeling for a knife like I wanted that 940. It was like the one that made me feel like a knife collector, if you like. There you go. You don't have to be seeing to work here. Terry O'Maka, really nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you now. Are you enjoying these knives? Are you enjoying your little venture into the filming and getting into the knife community. These knives, by the way, I give them a wee shout out during the week there, but another young channel that's just started, got some lovely knives. There's a nice way with them, really nice chap. So if you haven't gone over, pop over to D's Knives, and it's D apostrophe S and then knives. And it's, oh, Spyderco's a Spyderco drop. I missed it there. Was that Mr. Clover going for more Spydercos? Got no keychain pen. I thought it was switchblade 1 inch, legal to carry everywhere. Hello, hello, Jeff. I'm in. Hi, I'm in. Sorry, Jeff. What are you in? I'm the same. The 940. If I've got my jeans on, the 940 will be in my pocket. I just think it's such a good knife. It does anything. It is. It's interesting, and you know, it takes you a wee while just to get into the rhythm of doing them, and to get to know people. And I mean, I'll keep giving you a wee shout outs. I'm going to do it more often. I keep saying that, but like last week I done it. The front of the video, I put 5 channels up. This week I'm going to put another 5 up, and I'll sort of keep rotating them to give them a bit of a go. D'Souza, these knives. D'Souza. These, yes, that's it. These knives. Arvante, Paddy, was that the name of that folding pocket knife? Sharp. What was the name of that folding? Right. I take it, do you mean this one here? Which is the DMT, which I highly recommend them. They're marvelous. And they've all different grits, and they last for ages. Really, really good. This is fine and ultra fine, which is about, they're fine, they call 600 sort of thing, and then that's 1,000. But if you were going to buy one, if I was going to recommend one, I would get the coarse and the fine. It's an excellent, excellent choice, and it's about 20 odd dollars for them. Really good choice. That's the same ones that Super Steel Steve, if you watch him, he uses that for sharpening as well. I've used them for years. Sharing is caring, that's true. I've heard Mr. Warner include the 940 for farrier purposes. Was he a rancher as well as a... I don't know, to be honest with you. I should know. You think I would have looked that up and found that, but does anybody else know? Was Mr. Osborne a farrier as well as a knife maker? I suppose a lot of old knife makers would have been farriers, or, you know. Hello, David, how are you? You're never too late. As long as you're here, that's okay. Yeah, I don't know whether he was or not. Anybody else help there? This is another wee knife. It's got, I think, I have the review to come on this. I don't think this has been up. This is the UK PK and S30V. An absolute wee cracker from Heine Haynes to get this colour now. That's the only place that has it. And Heine Haynes is in Wales, in the old UK. Last week, people, you asked to get my subs over 200. I'm at 212 now. Oh, that's great, Slick Slicers. That's really good. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Everyone should give it a listen. No, missing there. That's the trouble. There's so many individual conversations. I find it hard sometimes to catch up. Everything I do, watch Conor McGregor. Do I watch him? I've seen a couple of his fights. I don't particularly like his persona. Wouldn't, no, I don't really like him as a person, so I wouldn't go out of my way to watch him, although I do love the fight game. Yeah, I've seen yours, Slick Slicers. I've seen yours on your channel. It was very good. Really was. I'll probably nick half of what you said and put it on mine. From which site can you buy that sharpener? If you buy from American sites, nearly everywhere will have them. If you buy from the UK, Heine Haynes has them. Where else has them? In Europe, there's a place in Germany. He probably has them too. But anywhere in America, I don't. Where do you get your knives sent to you from, and where are you? Your name doesn't seem. Well, it's hard to tell where you live from your name. Norman ZD just started the Tie Tac 2. Brilliant knife. You'll love it. You will love it. Hey, Paddy, was that your Ricardo Warncliffe Michael May on that IG? He posted, it was. Isn't it just beautiful? And I've been dying to get it. I thought I would have got it this weekend. I'm hoping it's here tomorrow. Really, really hoping it's here tomorrow. Yes, the Tie Tac 2. Where is it? I changed my knife box about during the week and I haven't got back. Oh, here it is. No, it's not. I haven't got back to knowing where everything is yet. So I apologize for hanging over the edge here trying to find it. Can't find it at all. Oh, come on, Tie Tac 2, where are you? No, can't find it. I'll get it out for next week. Yes, the Tie Tac 2 is lovely, a really good knife. Normally I buy from Chinese sites. I don't know if the Chinese sites, I don't know of one that's got it, to be honest with you. You live in India. Well, look, tell me. I'll tell you what. If you want to send me your address, if you go on my Instagram page, it's Paddy's Potato Peelers. Go in and I'll accept you as a friend. I could actually get one for you and send it to you in India, and you can send me the money via PayPal or whatever. That would be no problem. It would be a pleasure to do it for you. Has the F40, the FH41? No, the FH41 hasn't. Again, probably tomorrow. I'm hoping it's going to be tomorrow because it was sent out the day after my F51, but I haven't seen anybody up yet with it. God, did you see the views I got on that F51? It's nearly 2,500, in 4 days or something, which is just huge for 4 days for me. But it just shows you people are really not as cool as I think. Not as cool as I think. The F41, it's an unusual shape. Again, they're coming out with different shapes, which is nice. There's no cloning anymore by the looks of it. But I'm telling you that I have a review coming shortly. I tie-dyed mine. It's now blue. I kept the backspacer the same, but I tie-dyed the knife. This is the FH51. Absolutely growing to love it now. There's a bit of a giveaway. But at first I wasn't over keen on the blade shape. And the longer I've had, this was putting me off, this big hollow here. But you see in use, this hollow is lovely for locking in and for bearing down. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, I wish Ganzo would make the G-locks again and put them in some of their D2 knives. I miss the G-lock too. But say I was counting my Ganzo. I've over 20 Ganzos still. Yeah, geared towards gear. Sorry, very welcome to the channel. It looks like it's going to be a real popular one. I think it's the size, it's that 7-inch size, which for me is EDC perfection. Blade Banter, thank you so much for coming over to the channel. I really appreciate it. Take care. Ed, how you doing, boy? You all right? This thing ordered. Oh, you said cheerio. Yes, where was I? Where was I going? Don't know where I was going. That reddish Rough Rider is nice. It is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The black cherry bone. Beautiful. Trapper. Large trapper. But they do the black cherry bone. They do lots of other knives. This is I do use this knife. You see, for cutting cardboard and all. It's an absolute cracker. I say I've done a test on it on the channel. I didn't think it would cut very much, but it actually done 100 cuts on cardboard and was still able to cut telephone paper. And I done it live without a break so that people could see it. So if you want to see that, go back and have a wee look at it. Beautiful big knife. I love Rough Riders. I think for what you get, is just the quality is. Another review. I was asked so many times would I do a review on this, and I'm going to do a review on this week. Look, it's a wee £8 knife, £9 knife, say $10, probably a bit less than $10. It's a small cotton sampler, but look at that bone on it. Just look at it. It's absolutely stunning. The fit and finish on it is just out of this world for an £8 knife. You've even got a wee lanyard hole if you want to use one. But a half stop as well for $10. You just can't beat it. It's a dinky wee thing. It's a great secondary knife. And it's sharp, it cuts. You know what I mean? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to start, well, I've actually got, I'm going to do, well, I keep saying it. This week, hopefully, I'm going to get my slip joints and I'm going to do my slip joint collection because it has grown way, way. Yeah, they do, Tobias. They just do a great job. And you know, there's a Rough Rider small toothpick for £8. Yeah, you just can't beat it. You cannot beat them. Um, I'm going to do my slip joint collection this week, I hope. Um, because it has just grown. This last year, I was shocked the other day when I looked at how many I had from really not having many. Um, this sort of kick-started my venture into slip joints. Absolutely love them. I should have Heine Haynes in the States. All my UK friends love that. Don't wish for things that... Heine Haynes is very expensive. They are good and they're reliable and they... Yes, David, where is it? Oh, there it is there. The Mazarin is beautiful. Highly recommend it. Yes, Heine Haynes. Sorry, to get back to Heine Haynes. Um, they're very good. They're very reliable, but they're very expensive compared to even other companies over here. But compared to what you pay in America, we're very, very expensive. And very limited in, like, I can't get a GEC there. Um, I think there's one boy down in the south of England, but his site's not really up and running. I don't know anybody who's ordered from him. I must get his name and put it up and see if anybody's ordered from him. He seems to have them, but I don't like ordering expensive knives off people I'm not too sure about, if that makes any sense. But yes, I'm just really in. And to be honest with you, I've got my collection is just huge at the minute, and I know a lot of them are budget knives, but good budget knives in my so I can't get rid of them. Lunch a slip joint tag. Yes, I will do that. I'll do my slip joints and then I'll give everybody else a shout out. Um, I think what I might do is my favorite 20 slip joints and do it that way. Otherwise, I've got so many little ones that I don't know. I think I'll be able to do that. Yes, Steel City Saint. Welcome, by the way. Yes, I would love to get it. There's a boy down south of England. I can't think of his name now, but I have checked the site of who. Mike's Knives. Sorry, somebody just came up with it. He's a GEC dealer, but I've never bought from him. I went head first into G. I love GECs, and I would love to buy more. I've got two. I've got this one as well that I got this year. Um, really beautiful. The old fool that's on here. Normally you see him. He's not on tonight. I hope he's all right. I'll send him a wee email. But I got this one this year as well. Absolutely love them. But say until somebody says to me the fella's all right, and I'm sure he is, but I'd rather be positive. So if anybody's bought from Mike's Knives recently, would you let me know just so that I don't feel so nervous about doing it? Doo-doo. Anybody got really old slip joints? I love looking at the really, really old ones. Tobias is a brilliant channel there. Chats with Tobias is just a great channel. You should go over and see him if you like your slip joints. He has a hypnotizing voice. I could sit and listen to him for hours, but he really has great research done on nearly all the knives in fact, all the knives that he's done. Um, Great channel to go over with. Tobias, put your name up again there to get your full channel name so I can give it a shout out. Hello, Chad. If someone could do traditionals in D2, there you go. D2, S30V. Well, there's two to start with. They're right there, do you know what I mean? And they're under £100. This one was £70, which is about $85, $90. But Test 30V, really lovely knife. This one is only £44, say $50, and it's in D2, and beautiful cutter, beautiful knife. Burlap micarta. There's a review up on the channel I done this week on that. He does the knife reviews bought from Mike's before. ADV, yes, Eric, ADV do some beautiful knives. They're quite expensive though, the ADVs, aren't they? They're not under £100, or maybe they do models that are. I'm sort of jumping in your bag there. Can I ask somebody else a question who's more knowledgeable than me? You know the way you get thumbs up at the end of videos, and I'm sure lots of you do give me thumbs up. Does that dictate how much your video is shown? I have never really asked people to thumbs up. Yeah, I've never really asked, and I don't know whether is it worth doing it. But north of 100. I've seen your ADVs. They are beautiful, though. They really are little masterpieces. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So there's no really. I don't like asking, to be honest. I never really have in over 2 years. But that's fine. That's good. That's good. Give us a thumbs up when you leave, boys. But it makes no difference if you don't. Steve Cleaver, the more thumbs up and interaction the comments get helps Google to decide, oh, how much to promote your channel. Ah, right. There we go then. Well, in that case, I'm going to start asking for thumbs up if you like what's going on. Give us a wee thumbs up as you're leaving. I'd heard somebody talking about it. Scales, a better blade material. Yeah, just no, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. Steve has it. Ed, how are you doing? Are you away? Take care, my friend. Don't expect bargains. Thumbs down counts as interaction too. Do you know, I do get quite a lot now of thumbs downs. Thank you very much, MC. Much obliged. Does the missus have a nice hot meal waiting after the chat? No, no, no. It is just coming up to 10 o'clock here now. That's our bedtime's usually about 10 o'clock. We'll take the dogs down and then we're off to bed about 10 o'clock, 10:15. The wife's just taking the dogs down now. Jeff, good night. Thank you very much indeed. Really enjoyed your company tonight. Although I haven't really had a theme tonight, but I enjoyed the chat. You post a video together. There is, look, I don't mind if somebody doesn't like it. That's fine. You know, I don't even want them to explain why they do it. I just don't care. I just love people who come along and enjoy it. And if they do and give it a wee thumbs up, that's great. If somebody gives us a thumb down, sure. We're not all going to like everybody that's out there, but there's no point in getting upset over it. It's 10 here too. I'm tempted to make a pizza. No, I have to say I got a lovely steak tonight for my dinner, and baby potatoes with butter and coleslaw, and what veg did I have? I had veg. Can't remember. Broccoli, that's what I had. Broccoli. So I had a really lovely tea tonight. Do you have nice steak knives? No, I usually, well, sometimes I just use an ordinary knife. But I mean, the other thing that I'll use is a steak knife. I have, this probably gets used more than most. If I can show you this wee knife, if you can see now it's getting all grey, but if you see just across there, that's usually the thickness of my steaks. And on both sides you'll see it. This is the knife I'll use to cut my steaks, my wee GEC. I love using it. Do you know what I mean? I love using it. But I don't want to give it hard use. But cutting the steak up's lovely. And the patina is becoming beautiful. But it's right on the end mostly. Although this is changing as well. So I just love using that for a steak. Although this one's going to be, I'm very tempted to use this one too now at the minute. What's my other one I like? Oh, and I've been using here. This is the other one. This is my other knife from Michael May. If you look at the end of it, it's just starting to get at the end where I take this when I'm going out for fish and chips in the car. It's funny, I seen a wee ceramic knife the other day and I very nearly bought it for using a steak knife, but or to keep in the car anyway. But no, I haven't. I like using my good knives for it, especially that wee one. That gets used a lot. I want the sculler though. No, and I love the patina. I just love patina on knives, and especially the wooden handle ones as well. It's a double bonus. Although I'll have to say, my knife that I'm getting from Michael May this week will not be being used for steaks. I just it's I think it's going to probably be a first safe-ish queen. It's just beautiful looking. Can't wait to show it to you during the week. I'll do a review. I'll do a quick look at it during the week. Um, oh, David, you have to use them, don't you? You have to. Too expensive to leave them lying in the box. For me, I think they're just too expensive. They'll all get used at some stage in the beginning. But I would be careful with it. I wouldn't just be willy-nilly with it. I might go and mow some grass. Look, Steve, thank you so much for coming over. Thank you very much indeed. Take care and go easy at your age cutting grass. Didn't we agree I'd try to get my laser on it? No, we didn't agree. No, you're not getting my new knife. Ah, hello, Jack Farmboy. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. I missed you slipping in there. No, no. Yes, David, it's beautiful. And it's a Warncliffe, which is my favourite blade shape. Well, between that and a clip, but a Warncliffe. At the minute, I'm buying more Warncliffe knives than anything else. Did you? I don't know. I'm sure I did show you, but I'm not sure. Did you see this wee one I bought? This one I bought off a wee second-hand market here. Isn't that just beautiful? And this is a 1950s. It's a Taylor's Eyewitness. Eric will know this. It's a beautiful little knife. A little pen knife there, a pen blade there, and a beautiful Warncliffe. Isn't that just gorgeous? It was dull as dishwater when I got it, but it's now about slip joints. Maybe you could break them into groups. Favorite one blade, favorite blades, 4 and favorite 4+ blades. That way you can show more favorites. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at that and maybe do that. Maybe do even blade shapes. What's my yeah, yes, I'll have a wee look at that and I'll throw out a tag for anybody who wants to join in. Hello, Zach. How are you, sir? How did you have a show on tonight? Because I always tape yours anyway and I'll watch it later. And I think, Zach, you're going to be doing Big Red's one later on this month, aren't you, again? He's gone away for the weekend. Yes, from Sheffield, David, yeah. I'm starting to try and look at homegrown ones as well. Guest host for Big Red. Yes, I heard he's going away. I think is it somewhere around the 20th, between 20th, 24th. I can't remember what one it is. But you're going to stand in again like you did the last time for him. That'll be good. I get to see more Benchmates. My favourite knife brand. I'll just get that out there. Although, literally not by the numbers I buy, but they are my favourite knife brand. Ganza would be my fallback. Yes, I do love Zach Stuff's Benchmates. He has got the most beautiful collection. I haven't watched your video. I've seen it. You got another one of the handles for your new, what do you call that new bug out? The Fallout. The Fallout is called. Yeah, Rick. Sadly, the standards in Sheffield are horrendous at the minute. They're just not good. Bailout, that's it, Jack. What did I say? Fallout, yes. Yes, going back to my Navy days, thought we were being under attack by the Russians. Um, Thank you. Oh, my little wife has just brought me a wee cup of tea. Yes, I was watching Big Reds. I haven't even commented. I watched Big Reds Saturday night when I didn't get to see it this morning, but I watched it this afternoon. I do love watching other people's live videos. It's nice just to see the interaction of other people. And it's actually harder, you see, when you're actually doing the live feed, to try and keep up with all um, the comments is so difficult. Yes, Steel City, there is some, that wee one there is just beautiful, and that's from the 50s, and it's still so easy to bring to an edge and cut, and it's just steel, you know what I mean? There's no name for it. That's carbon steel, I should say. Last ship down to Ceylon didn't have a citadel. We were expendable. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to be, don't you? I mean, were you in the merchant navy or? To be honest with you, I just think it's us normal sailors like taking our clothes off and having a cold shower or being showered by other men. It's a beautiful thing to go through a citadel. Chernobyl, the movie. I was born in Moscow, lived in the States since I was a wee lad. Oh, Corolla. When I was in the Navy, it was still the Cold War. So it was still when either of the ships, a British ship went near Russia or Russian ships came near us, we used to have to escort each other um, through the channel, and we used to have some great fun because the Russian sailors really didn't have, I believe now, because it's all hearsay, but they weren't allowed in the upper deck when we were up going down the channel beside them. But our skipper, one of my skippers, used to get up on the top of the bridge roof with his golf club. He had this mat, a felt mat that he put down on the deck, and he used to fire golf balls across at the Russian ships, which I'm sure they didn't approve of. But we used to get radios out on the flight deck, and we'd all go up and we'd get clothes that we'd got from all the engineers have rags, and we used to make clothes up like girls' clothing, and we'd all get up and dance on the flight deck, and the skipper would be hitting golf balls across. The crack was just great. Oh, that's one of the stories. Half the stories you maybe wouldn't want to hear. I wasn't this nice person then. I was a good sailor. I was a drunk. I done an awful lot of bad things. The Queen got an awful lot of my wages, let's put it like that. She got an awful lot. And I ended up being a naval policeman for the last 7 years. And yet I was a delinquent before that. But sure, we've all got stories, haven't we? And the older we get, the more vivid they become in our heads. Well, look, folks, that's an hour and 4 minutes. I've really enjoyed your company. Um, what rank was it, David? I was a leading hand, which is the equivalent of a corporal in the army. But I was a leading hand. But I got busted in my last year, and I just got my rank back again before I left. I got my VG just before I left, which kept my pension intact. So I was lucky. Oh, I've been out of the Navy 30 odd years now, so I live on my memories. Yes, thank you very much, everybody. Really enjoyed your company tonight, and same time again next week. I would love to see you all here. Take care. There'll be a giveaway next week. Take care now, everybody. Bye bye now. Night night. Oh, so am I, Tony. I just cannot wait. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much for coming along.